Welcome back, friends. We move on with the topic of history, and our first topic was historiography. Yesterday I gave you a brief introduction about the idea of historiography. It is about the narration or narrative written by the historians after critical research, right? Now, yesterday I told you about different branches of history, right? And I told you something called as inscriptions. See, the earliest form of historiography can be seen in this particular inscriptions. These inscriptions were found 4500 BCE. 4500 BCE means before Common Era, okay, and they belong to the kingdom Sumerian rulers, and these rulers were from Mesopotamia. BC, these Sumerian kings had inscribed inscribed about what? They had inscribed about the wars which they fought with their enemies, and these inscriptions are displayed in the famous museum Louvre in France. The Museum of Louvre in France is exhibiting this particular inscriptions, which show some soldiers marching with shields for the battle. So these were the earliest inscriptions found by the archaeologists, which belong to the Sumerian period, 4500 BC. That was about inscriptions. Remember this, it comes in fill-ups or short answers. The earliest inscriptions were from what? Sumerian period, Sumerian kings, and they were from Mesopotamia, and when they belong to which period? 4500 BCE. And where they are displayed? They are displayed in the famous Louvre Museum in France. Now let's come back to the topics. We move on to the topic 1.2, and that is what? Modern historiography. Okay. Now what is meant by modern historiography? How it is different from ancient historiography? Listen. The four main characteristics of modern historiography are: first, the method is based on scientific principles. Means, using scientific methods, the data is verified whether it's correct or wrong. Similarly, questions are formulated, okay, if answers are satisfactory, then only that particular information is considered to be the part of historical narrative. Second, the questions are anthropocentric. What is meant by anthropocentric? It means the questions will be based on the deeds of human beings during those periods, the deeds of human beings during those periods, and they should not be concerned with the divine intervention. Means there is no space for God or godly deeds. We will talk only about human deeds and not godly deeds. Okay, so divine intervention is not considered at all. Thirdly, the answer to the questions should be supported by reliable sources. We should get proper verification of those answers, then only they will be accepted. Okay, I repeat the third point: answers to the questions should be supported by reliable evidences, then only those points will be supported. And last and fourth, what is the main reason for study of history? See, history represents a graph of human or mankind's journey. History represents what? The graph of mankind's journey through his deeds, through human deeds, and that we have to study. We should not give more importance to the godly deeds or other things. We should only study how progress took place in man's life, and that is the main intention of studying history. So these four characteristics were included in modern historiography. Let's see this on the board. Okay. Once again, the four main characteristics. The method is based on scientific principles and it consists of formation or formulating the questions. Questions are anthropocentric, means based on human deeds and not any divine intervention. Answers to the questions supported by reliable evidences. There should be reliable evidence to support the answer to the questions. And fourth is, history represents the graph of mankind's journey with the help of what? Past human deeds. These are four characteristics of modern historiography. Now one more thing, from how this word history originated. The word history actually originated from the Greek word histories. Now actually one famous historian, Herodotus, can be considered as the pioneer of historiography. In 5th century BCE, before Common Era, he had written a book entitled Histories. Entitled what? Histories. And from this word, histories, the word came, we started using the word history. Okay, so the word history has its origin in the Greek history. The famous Greek historian Herodotus wrote a book entitled Histories, and from that the word is originating, that is history. And when he wrote in the 5th century BCE. So that is about modern historiography.